Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: New York Yankees vs Chicago White Sox, St. Louis Cardinals vs Kansas City Royals, San Diego Padres vs Arizona Diamondbacks, Colorado Rockies vs San Francisco Giants, Houston Astros vs Los Angeles Angels, and Toronto Blue Jays vs Seattle Mariners, which are happening on Saturday, August 14, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. New York Yankees vs Chicago White Sox. Both pitchers have been on a bit of a roll of late. We saw a highly entertaining contest that was well worth the price of admission in the series opener. While that one featured a ton of offensive production, this one might be more of a pitcher's duel when you get right down to it. The Yankees earned a moral victory Thursday night by rallying in the ninth to take the lead, but let it slip away in the bottom of the frame. Chicago has a dangerous lineup that has only gotten tougher with the return of Jimenez to the lineup. A red-hot Yankees team looked to have picked up another crucial win with 4 runs in the 9th inning at the Field of Dreams on Thursday, only to blow the lead in the bottom half of the frame. After already launching a 3-run homer into the cornfield in the 3rd, Aaron Judge went deep on a 2-run shot again in the 9th to cut Chicago's lead to 7-6 before Giancarlo Stanton's 2-run long ball put New York up, only for the White Sox to quickly respond. My betting advice for that game is to pick Chicago White Sox. St. Louis Cardinals vs Kansas City Royals. From a pitching standpoint, there isn't a whole lot to like about either side when you get right down to it. Lester has struggled this season, leading to him being moved from Washington to St. Louis at the trade deadline. With that said, the Cardinals entered this series with 3 straight wins on the books, and they had won 5 of their previous 6 games heading into Friday. The Cardinals played well over the past week, and they've won 5 of their last 6 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Royals, which will give them their 4th win in a row and 6th win in their last 7 games. Kansas City dropped the rubber game of their 3-game series against the Yankees Wednesday night to drop the series. The Royals were tied for 4th in the AL Central going into Friday's action, 17.5 games behind the White Sox for the division lead. In the AL wild card race, the team stood 15 games behind the Red Sox for the 2nd wild card spot, leaving them in a spoiler role at best down the stretch. On Wednesday, Kansas City got 3 hits from Whit Merrifield, run, while Hunter Dozier added a pair, though that wasn't enough to get the win. Brady Singer, 3-8, took the loss as he allowed 5 runs on 10 hits, with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts over 3.2 innings of work. My betting advice for that game is to pick St. Louis Cardinal. San Diego Padres vs Arizona Diamondbacks. Joe Musgrove gave up 1 run in 6 innings to pick up a win on Monday against the Marlins in his last start. Musgrove gave up an RBI single to Magneuris in the 2nd, and that was all she wrote for Miami. The right-hander struck out 8 while scattering 5 hits and issuing 1 walk in another strong start. The strong outing lowers his ERA in his first year with the Padres to 2.81, while he improves his KBB ratio to 147/33. He has a favorable matchup on Saturday against the low-lead backs. Tyler Gilbert was a Rule 5 draft pick by the Dodgers back in December, and he'll make his first MLB start on Saturday against the deadly Padres. It's probably the worst possible matchup for the youngster, but the backs don't have very many quality arms to throw out there. He'll try and make it at least 3 innings. Good luck, kiddo. My betting advice for that game is to pick San Diego Padres -1.5. Colorado Rockies vs San Francisco Giants. The Rockies have hit yet another bump in their road as they have lost 4 straight games to fall to 51-65 for the season, 4th in the NL West. They were beaten 5-4 in Game 2 of their series against the Giants. As reported by AP, Brendan Rodgers played in place of Story at shortstop after missing the previous 4 games with a bruised right from being hit by a pitch Saturday. Rodgers singled in the first to extend his hitting streak to 15 games. The Giants have been in strong form in the last few weeks. They have won their last 6 straight to move rapidly up to 75-41 for the season, now comfortably atop the NL West standings. My betting advice for that game is to pick San Francisco Giants. Houston Astros vs Los Angeles Angels. After losing 7 of their previous 9 games entering this week to allow the Oakland Athletics to gain a lot of ground in the AL West race, the Astros are back on track with a total of 2 runs allowed in their last 3 games. It wasn't the best performance for a normally elite Houston offense on Friday night to open the series in Los Angeles, but Kyle Tucker's grand slam in the 4th inning proved to be enough support for Zach Greinke and the bullpen. Starter Patrick Sandoval was undone by the one mistake, finishing with 4 runs allowed on 5 hits and 2 walks, while striking out 3 in 4.2 innings. The bullpen was the one bright spot, allowing just 1 hit over the rest of the game, while striking out 6. Max Stassi had a double for Los Angeles' only extra base hit of the game. It has not been a good gambling season for the Angels, who are 52-65 against the spread and down on the money line after entering the year with higher expectations. Overs are 64-52-1 for the Angels after Friday's game snapped a run of 4 overs in the previous 5 games. While injuries have caused a recent downturn, the Angels still have strong numbers at the plate overall with an average of 4.58 runs per game and a 0.737 ops. Pitching has been the problem for Los Angeles, as it owns a 4.71 ERA to rank 7th worst in baseball, while walking 3.81 batters per 9 innings, a bottom 5 mark. My betting advice for that game is to pick Houston Astros. Toronto Blue Jays vs Seattle Mariners. There's just too much value on Seattle in this spot. The Mariners have been excellent at home in 2021, going 35-24 at T-Mobile Park, and they own an above .500 record against winning teams. Kikuchi had a couple of bumps in the road around the All-Star break, but has allowed just 1 earned run over his last 2 starts. He has fanned 30 batters and walked just 8 over his last 4 starts combined. The Toronto Blue Jays are currently on a hot streak and are looking to make a late run here. The team picked up many players at the deadline and look to be seriously making a run into the playoffs. The team is scoring 5.2 runs per game, which is in the top of the entire league. They are also only allowing 4.1 runs per game, which is top 10 in the league. They are 7-3 in their last 10 games and are looking for another streak like this. Hyun-Jin Ryu is expected to get the start for this game. He has an 11-5 record this season with a 3.62 ERA and 126 IP. He has been a bright spot for the squad and is currently one of their best pitchers. Every time Ryu takes the mound, you can expect the Jays to win the game. My betting advice for that game is to pick Seattle Mariners. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.